or something, but it's Reddit, Amazon, Twitter, PayPal, Etsy, eBay. There's a bunch. So if you are online this morning and you're noticing that a website isn't working, again, we are just getting this into the newsroom that that there is an internet outage on some major sites. We're going to be staying on top of it, but you know, they're usually fast to get these back up and running. But just FYI, in case you are shopping for Father's Day gifts online like I was this morning, going, oh my gosh, gotta get something. All right, so Holly, let's get to you. Weather-wise, you know, if anybody has plans outside, kids are out of school now, so what do we?
And we're both talking, you know, your girls are involved in swimming and gymnastics and things, and my kids are doing the same, and I think many of you can relate. So it's pretty much the same kind of forecast that we had yesterday. So it's not that you can't get outside, it's just kind of knowing that at any point you can get rained on, but it'll pass, you know, just like yesterday. I feel like most of the showers or downpours or even storms would be in and out within 20, 30 minutes. And then you're back to some sun and good weather. Very, very muggy, highs in the 80s. If you're watching us right now, we're already well into the 70s. And this pattern continues through the next few days.
All right, feeling tropical. Holly, run off and do radio.
I'm going to run off to Bill Wills.
Go do it. You know, I forgot to mention, Danielle's always really good at mentioning that we have the stories that we're talking about for you in the comments section. But of course, you can always comment. Tell us where you're watching from. I will try and log on right now to give shout outs to everybody who is on with us right now and keep the conversation going throughout the day. You can definitely leave your comment and then also you know, interact with us and the stories and the other viewers here on our post show. But Dave, something we were talking about a lot this morning along the lines of internet and Amazon and all of that. Today is the launch of Amazon Sidewalk, which I feel like we've all had a lot of questions about this. This is where they're taking bandwidth from your Amazon devices. Fill us in on what exactly it is, and then we're going to help people figure out if they want to opt out.
Yeah, talking about it all morning. We've been talking about it for days, getting ready for it. As you mentioned, it's the Amazon Sidewalk. It launches today. So according to Amazon, it turns select devices, including some of your Echo and Ring doorbells. It's so-called bridges is what they're saying. Now, these bridges share a small portion of your internet bandwidth. So it's pulling in with your neighbors. So it creates a low bandwidth network. And Amazon says it extends the range for some devices. So users do have the option to opt out. And I'll try to run through it here really quick. And, you know, I'm not an expert on this, but I can run you through the options. It says your personal information will not be revealed. If you are concerned, you can opt out. So if you have an Echo device, you go to your Alexa app, you click on more, and then you select settings, then select account settings, and then click on Amazon Sidewalk. And then there you can turn it off. Okay. So I'm sure that was tough to kind of follow along. And, you know, you can go back and watch this and write it all down, or just simply go to WKYC.com. We have everything you need to know at WKYC.com. We have instructions there. Also, it explains more about what it does and what the company is saying about it. Because I know a lot of people have questions about it. And, you know, you start wondering, you know, what exactly is this? You know, am I, you know, paying for something for other people? I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of questions about it.
Right. You know, you go to settings and it pretty much always helps walk you through, but just in case people need that extra, I was even looking to see with my settings, notifications, permissions, you know, there's a lot to go through here. I'm just looking through the long list of permissions. Would you, all of you, I'm going to throw this out to all of you. Are you comfortable with basically Amazon taking some of your bandwidth to help bridge these devices?
I feel like they're going to do it anyway. I feel like they're going to find a way to do it anyway. If they don't have enough people, it'll be another loophole. But I mean, if it's not using my information, it does make me nervous to know that, you know, everyone's on the same thing. But I'm pretty much thinking like, that's just like being under a contract with Spectrum, right? Mm-hmm. If everyone in the same building or apartment building has Spectrum, you're all going, I guess you're going off an individual bandwidth, but overall it's Spectrum. So it's difficult. I just really don't I really don't get that technical stuff, just that much.
Is this just on Amazon devices? Because I don't think I have one Amazon device.
Yeah, it's for Amazon. It's called Amazon Sidewalk. So if you don't have the Alexa or the Echo Dot or
I don't
the
have
Ring
any of that
doorbell,
stuff.
I don't know what other devices it would tap into, and it's just Amazon exclusively. So if you use what's the other one? The Google Home? Is Google Home? Right. So if you use that device, this isn't applying to you, but if you use the Amazon devices, this is what they're doing they're trying to make them get a further reach. And I'm trying to think of like what situation I would be walking down the street with my Amazon Dot, but unless I really wanted my music on the go with me.
I was thinking that they wanted to put a sidewalk in front of Amazon. That's it.
I was thinking that this was some home delivery thing when I first heard it. Yeah.
Like you can just go and get your stuff from the sidewalk from Amazon. Like it's an Amazon. What are those Amazon boxes that you can go pick up like your packages inside of those?
Oh, like a drop box?
Yeah, like those. That's what I was thinking. Like it's gonna be on the sidewalk and
and you think about Amazon has such a wide reach. They have so much of our personal data, no matter what. If you shop on there, so it's these little things that make us nervous about the unknown. And you always hear, don't share your Wi-Fi because somebody could tap into it. But at this point, how much of our information does Amazon already have, or but it's really like who would be driving down the street, I guess. So many questions. If you have the same questions, we have.
Well, here's a question. So you had mentioned it's only if you have those devices, right? But if other people have those devices and
can they pull your bandwidth?
That right.
Yeah. It kind of makes it sound
right.
Because you can opt out of your.
We clearly need an Amazon expert to talk to.
Dave has a very valid question. I'm wondering because it's saying like you can turn it off, you can opt off in your Ring doorbell and the Amazon. So I'm thinking you have to have your Amazon devices on for another Amazon device to pull from it. Where's our IT?
You're not watching the news, you know nothing about this, so they automatically do it, right?
Yeah. You're automatically in unless you go and opt out. But I'm wondering, like to answer Dave's question, from what it sounds like, I wonder if Ryan, our digital Ryan.
Well, so like if you have
it seems
someone
like you'd
come
have to have
over,
your Ring on.
If you have someone come over, if you have a guest and they want to use your Wi-Fi, they have to have your password, right?
Right. So that's why I'm thinking if your device is on, like if you have an Amazon device and it's on, that's how they're pulling it. Because is that I don't know. Maybe that's how it works.
Wow.
Let's verify.
Amazon expert line 1, please.
Austin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm only fine with Tim Cook taking my information.
I don't even have an Amazon account. I've never shopped on Amazon ever.
Oh, I use my mom's. Yeah, I use my mom's Amazon account.
I just know that if I get an Amazon account, I will go bankrupt, like straight up. There's
Austin,
yeah. That's
Austin,
not.
are you still on your mom and dad's cell phone plan?
No. We
I'm on mine. I'm on my mother's cell phone plan.
This internet outage is killing us right now because I'm trying to find the answer.
It's literally cheaper to stay on and just pay her than to get on my own.
Oh wait,
I know
that's what I do.
People in their
I
upper
do that.
30s and 40s that are.
We are grandfathered into Verizon.
Right.
I'm probably gonna get caught up, but we're grandfathered into Verizon. We're grandfathered into Verizon's like family pack, and it's about 5 of us on the phone playing. So when I was coming off, when I graduated from college, because my mom was like, all right, get off my line. She found out it was going to be more expensive to put me off. Then
But then she can never change plans because if you do, then you'll lose that ability.
My mom just always wants me to answer. So she feels like if as long as we're on the same phone line, I will always pick up.
Hey, Jasmine, before we go, just mention really quick. I'm looking through this Amazon devices. I'll try and get everybody an answer, but you were on an important story this morning too about we've seen an uptick in violence in the city.
Yeah, so if you're a Cleveland City resident, you're pretty certain you hear gunshots, sirens, fire alarms, all types of things in the city of Cleveland. Recently, there were 35 people shot. This is just in the last few days. 4 people stabbed and 3 people dead. We typically hear when it gets hotter, you know, crime starts to go up because more people are outside and you just start to get involved, and, you know, drinking gets involved in the summer times too. But the city of Cleveland, instead of just watching those numbers rise, they have invested in $2.7 million. That money is going to be used for trauma counselors, social workers at 22 different rec centers in the city. They're also going to be mentoring youth so they can, you know, make sure that the youth don't go in the wrong direction. And that's honestly when there have been so many stories that we did along the years, isn't it? And it's like, get these kids a job, get them in a summer program. You have to keep kids busy, because when they have too much idle time, that's when you start to get in trouble. So that's the good news. $2.7 million is a lot, but there are folks in the city of Cleveland who know that, you know, when you get this money, it takes time, it breaks down, and they're saying things need to change right now, because the longer we wait, the more people die. And you know, this story was so sad. I don't like telling this type of news. That's why I kind of like go, you know, we don't always do these news stories. It's such a 5 people were shot. You know, it's sad. So, but it's also something that you can't ignore, that this is happening in the city within the last few days. It's definitely something that you got to jump on before it's too late. So hopefully that $2.7 million will make a change in the city.
Yeah. Hopefully it stops. I mean, we had that breaking news yesterday, 7 people shot. It's heartbreaking to hear. All right, from everything I can see, I'm trying to wrap this up with an answer. Everything I can see from all of the reports say that it's more like Echo devices pull from other Echo devices. So it sounds like your Amazon device would pull from another Amazon device, not necessarily just somebody else's Wi-Fi. Like the Sidewalk has to be turned on. Like if you and your neighbor both have Sidewalk turned on and your Echo Dot is in a spotty location in your house, it can pull from your neighbor's Echo device or Alexa, just the way, if it's placed in the right way. So we'll continue. I'm sure we are going to continue to get questions about this and, you know, people trying to figure it out. But again, today is the last day to opt out. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. We have to do some live television here. You can always keep the comments coming. You keep the questions coming when it comes to Amazon Sidewalk, and we'll try and get you the answers. Thanks so much for joining us here on the On the Go